Imagine cutting your routine accounting work in half, delivering deeper insights to your law firm clients, and then watching your income grow. Doesn't that sound like utopia? All while working smarter, not harder. That's exactly what AI is going to do for independent legal accountants right now. Hi, my name is Lynda Artesani, and in today's video, we're going to dive deep into how you can unlock powerful AI strategies to boost your income as an independent legal bookkeeper or accountant. Whether you're a solo practitioner or consulting with multiple firms, these tools are going to help you transform your workflow, increase your accuracy, and open new revenue streams. And stick around to the end for some practical implementation steps and real world case studies. Let's get started. As an independent legal bookkeeper or accountant, your role is incredibly multifaceted. You're not just crunching numbers or managing trust accounts and handling client funds. You're also ensuring strict regulatory compliance and providing strategic financial guidance to the law firm partners. Unlike traditional accountants, you navigate the unique challenges that we face every day: IOLTA compliance, matter specific billing, and the constant need to translate the complex financial data into clear advice for the attorneys and the partners. Because you work with multiple clients, you have to be adaptable, proactive, and always up to date with both the accounting standards and the evolving legal regulations. And that's why, first stop, when you get a new client, you're going to go right onto the website. You're going to go find the state where they practice and learn those rules. That's the number one thing you do with a new client. You're their strategic partner, not just a bookkeeper. And that's exactly why AI is going to be a game changer for you. So, what does AI actually do for your bookkeeping practice? First, it's going to automate some repetitive tasks. So, AI tools can handle the data entry and some of the invoice processing, somewhat bank reconciliations, and expense categorization, all with the speed of near perfect accuracy. I think about just with the fact that I use Hubdoc or I use Dext, those tools can actually automate when you start to bring those bills in. It's going to tag it, and you just have to add the client name. And eventually, it's going to read the client name on the bill and add that for you. This is where we're moving towards. This near perfect accuracy is going to be there. And it's going to free up your time to focus on the high value work, the financial analysis, the forecasting, the advisory services that really command the premium fees. You want to be that strategic partner, that person that elevates the practice. And we're not just going to be data entry nerds that don't really just head down banging in the bank feeds. That's done. We want to use enhanced accuracy and compliance. So that's always the ultimate of what we do. And AI is going to scan the thousands of transactions in seconds. It's going to flag discrepancies and catch potential compliance issues before they become problems. So instantly, it's going to see that the balance is off or the account is off. In an industry where one little mistake can mean massive penalties, this peace of mind is going to be priceless. And this is where we're moving toward. Not quite there yet with AI, but we're getting there. The third thing we got to think about is how powerful the insights are going to be. And I've seen some of the software out there. We've worked with a couple of different software providers that are really using predictive analytics and trend analysis. And AI is going to help spot any cash flow risks, identify cost-saving opportunities, and even forecast revenue. All the things we used to do in our head, that's going to all be taken care of. So we're going to actually be able to handle more clients this way and help the clients in a more effective way, because it's going to see the details that maybe we won't spot with our eye doing it manually. So you are going to go from being a reactive accountant to a trusted strategic advisor. Law firms are willing to pay for that extra insight. And you're going to need to know this about AI. You're going to need to know specifically how to use the AI that's in the systems if you're going to move forward and have a successful practice. I think the days of I'm just going to ignore AI are over. You cannot ignore it. You have to stay on top of it. We have tons of conversations about this in the Law Lab. It's actually a fixed topic once a month that we talk about it, and we share what we know, and we share what we've learned, and we share what we see with the AI and all the products. And it's a really great group of people to sit and talk with and hear how they're using AI. Everybody comes up with new ways to use it, whether they're just dumping their meeting data into AI. They meet with a client and they know what the client said or the potential client said, and they dump the recording in and ask the AI, what did I miss? How did I do in my meeting? This is stuff that we can do now. So this is where AI is sitting today. But let's start to talk here about some specific tools that you can start using today. So there is robotic process automation tools like UPath and Automation Anywhere that excels at doing repetitive tasks. So data entry, reconciliations, invoice handling, this stuff exists. If you look at Digits, that's an older product, not that old though, and they've really taken on AI in a deeper level, more than Intuit, who's purchased it and kind of layered it on top. They're really been involved in baking that in, and they've been in the forefront of that. And there's a few other software that are out there that are doing the exact same thing. There's a lot of companies trying to create general ledgers. For us, it's a little difficult because we want to have the legal tech software. So an open API and we're going to be those people that are doing the connections of the products. And if we end up kind of swaying out of using QuickBooks and using something else, we need to have that ability to connect and really implement them together. But these aren't futuristic concepts. They're available now, and many offer legal specific integrations. There are some out there that can connect to other software. So know that exists. It's here now. So AI doesn't just speed things up, it makes things more reliable. You're going to see real-time error detection. It'll spot any fraud that may be inside the file. If it spots that somebody's like, we've seen it happen where somebody's not exactly being truthful in their work, or maybe they figured out a way to extract some of the money out of the business, you're going to see that. You're going to have automated report generation giving you professional grade financial statements in minutes instead of hours. And going through the close process, it's going to be faster and faster. Predictive analytics is going to let you tell a client based on the current trends, and we're going to have an ability to see the current trends at all our clients, and we'll start to see maybe some patterns. And based on current trends, you need to adjust your billing in Q3 to maintain a healthy cash flow. We might see that. We might see the dips and the swells. This kind of advice will build trust and justify higher retainers for the client, but the result is you're going to handle more clients with the same or less time, reducing write-offs. And this is for the client specifically. It will reduce write-offs. They're going to be able to implement the AI as well. And it's out there. It's in their products. It's in Clio. It's in Lean Law. It's there now. So they're going to be able to position themselves to be the best law firm around. They're going to be able to position themselves to be able to handle more work and maybe to automate a lot of this. And then we're going to be able to be their indispensable financial expert. So are you ready to implement? Here's your step-by-step plan. First, audit your current workflow and maybe identify any of the more time-consuming tasks and start to dig in and look at where there's some repetitive tasks, redundant tasks, and then prioritize some tools. Do some investigation. You can use AI to investigate. See what you can integrate with your existing software. That's one of the things that's great about Clio. There's a ton of integrations, and Lean Law actually will build some for you. So know that exists out there. Prioritize the tools that integrate with your existing software that meet legal industry compliance standards. That's really important as well. And start small. Just start with one process and maybe one analytics dashboard before you do a full rollout. You just want to test it out. Test it out in several places to see which one works best. Invest in training for yourself and any of your assistants, and then maybe create a change management approach. Communicate the benefits clearly and celebrate the wins that you have. We had a major win we were going through and using some of our tools to help dig into a really large, messy trust account that was just really messy and really tangled and not done properly. And multiple bookkeepers worked in it. We were able to really clean that up. So don't just take my word for it. A mid-sized law firm in New York actually automated their data entry and their reconciliations with AI, and they cut their workflow down in their law firm or in their accounting pool down by 40%. So they were able to shift, they were able to use AI and machine learning and look at trend analysis, look at how the transactions were coming in, how they would be able to implement and get the data in quickly. It made that available for them that they were able to attract more premium clients. And specifically, they were able to really analyze their billable rates as opposed to other firms and raise those billable rates. So those are the things that you're going to see that you can actually do. You're going to have that data is out there. Always validate your data when you're working with AI. Don't forget, AI loves to tell you how fabulous you are. 49% get more love out of AI than an actual person. So make sure that you ask it to validate where they're getting their information from, what's the source. When they start to give you advice, find out where the source is and dig in and figure that out and make sure you're getting a correct source and they're not just creating hallucinations for you. So there are hurdles, and change is a hard thing for a lot of people. So address that by showing how AI will elevate your role and not replace it, especially with your team or your staff. That's a big fear, especially the lower level team members that maybe are doing that manual data entry. You're going to find that the initial costs are high. Working in AI is high. All of a sudden, I need a token. I need more tokens. You're going to find that. So choose strong tools of encryption when you start working in this. Make sure it has legal industry certifications if you're starting to combine that with some of the legal tech. And then when you start to look ahead, look at the AI advisory services. They do a great job. There's some blockchain integration that's coming, and there's AI ethical practices that will define the next wave of independent bookkeepers and accountants who want to embrace these tools and lead the industry. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one AI tool this week and test it on a single process. Small, consistent steps create massive results. Always protect your data. We watched a video recently where the person that was working in the accounting was using it and connected it to some of their tools, said start from scratch, and it wiped everything out of the work that they had already done. So be careful in your words. Always have a backup. Make sure you test things out, maybe in a sample file. That's a great place to test out your tools. Then let me know. If you found this video helpful, subscribe or drop a comment below. What's your biggest accounting bottleneck right now? I read every comment and may even feature some solutions in future videos. Thanks for watching, and start leveraging AI today and watch your income and your impact grow. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.